water. Hey, Facebook. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Friday night's final draw. Unbanded. Do you guys know what unbanded actually means? It means that we don't care what kind of cigar you're smoking. We just want to have final thoughts of the final draw. Because we all know there's one last, I want to say cap of the night because well, I was born and raised in Tennessee, and so there was always a final cap of the night. But at the same time, there's a final draw, meaning that, you know what? I'm going to finish the cigar with you guys, which I'm super excited about. And listen, please share this video and also share with us your thoughts and comments. So go ahead and put your comments right there. I love it. Thank you. We will share those as well as we're going through this. I'm super, super excited, first of all, to introduce you guys to my co-host, who is amazing. Also, we have an amazing guest tonight, but I am going to wait until I get my co-host on here just so that you guys understand what's really going to go. But listen, every Friday night we have a show. It is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so please be sure to join us 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and definitely don't miss out. So here comes my favorite co-host that I've also loved, and let me see. Here we go. What's up, Chevalier in the house?
Hey, what's up, Mel? Happy Fuente Friday, buddy.
Oh, yes. You know what? I kind of almost, oh my God, I'm so bad. Carlito should fire me sometimes. I totally sometimes forget about that because I'm so used to smoking a Fuente that I forget to say Happy Fuente Friday. But look who's in the house. We got Mike Taus. Do you know this
What's
guy
up, Mike?
actually works with Opus X Society. Fabulous. You know, Manieriate creates some of the most amazing accessories and artwork that actually is all Opus X. I mean, if you guys don't love to wear Opus X, I mean, I guess the Opus X brand is so luxurious. I can't imagine that anybody wouldn't want to support it or wear some of the, detailed necklaces, bracelets, wallets. I mean, everything is up to par. And I know you guys have seen some of the shirts and the sweatshirt that I wear like all the time. I wear that sweatshirt all the time. It's bad. I love it. You know why? Because it's super soft. And I even have a blanket by them and it's super soft. So I'm literally going to wear that and use it all the time. If you make something, I feel like if you make something with super, I don't know, just really great material, people are going to use it and want to wear it all the time. Can I just say all the time, all the time?
Yeah, you can say it all the time.
Let's see what we got. Richard Carl, hello. I love
What's up,
that.
Richard?
David. And then we
What's
got
up, Dave?
David Wayne. David Wayne is a longtime friend and follower and a super supporter of Fuente. Ooh, this is M Opus X. Is this something that they're
Say good.
obviously an Opus X fan? We see that.
Right. They say good
We
morning,
got
everyone.
right. He
Oh,
must be in the European.
yeah.
All right. Then there's Aldo. So Aldo is another one that has always supported me. Love that guy. He has bought Opus X. He sent me some Opus X, and he really makes some great posts. So if you guys don't know, you got to follow Darth Puro.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now you
Yeah.
know who I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I follow him on Instagram. It's amazing, amazing posts all the time.
All right, here's Ulyss Kaye. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right, but I know who you are. Thank you for joining us. Don Barth, also another persistent man. We see that happening. And we got, wait, did he just
That's
say,
Rich.
I want to say
Re,
Rich.
Rich. It's got a little pause in it.
Okay, we love you,
Rich.
Rich, but that
What's up,
that kind of
Rich?
made us laugh. Thank you for the laugh right there. And let's see, David has to say, oh, wait, no, I can't forget Byron. Byron and his wife Karen are freaking amazing. Truly love them and their support, and they have been nothing but awe. And Aldo is very humbled. I love it. My bad. It's morning here. I totally
It's in
understand. Oh,
Bahrain.
Rich, and Rich is obviously not. He's laughing. I think that he is not insulted that we were playing with him. So
What's
there you
up,
go.
Rich?
Oh
Much
my
love, man.
And then here's Peter. Peter is from Atlanta, actually. I met him in Atlanta, and he always tells this joke every time I'm on a show. He says, "You look like." He's like, "Where are you from?" I'm from Tennessee. He's like, "Well, you look like a ten. What is it? A ten? I can't even say
A
the
10
joke right,
IC.
but it's like,
Did he say 10
yes,
IC?
exactly. You're the really ten IC, and I fall for it. I don't fall for it anymore. I finally figured it
Classic
out.
man
After,
humor.
after 10 years, no, 2 years, I finally figured it out. But I would say he did that. I did a daily show. So if that goes to show you how many times he said it, the blonde really, there you go.
That's a good one, Peter.
That's
That's a good one. Keep them coming, brother. Keep them coming.
Oh my God. Every time dad jokes, best pickup line. There you go. Dude, I love pickup. You know what? Speaking of pickup lines, all right, all right, all right. Now I have to ask you this. What is your best pickup line? I know you're married and you're totally, off the market, happily married, but come on. What was
You mean back in the day?
Yeah,
Way
yeah,
back?
yeah, back back in
Over
the day. What was
12
your
years
Yeah,
ago?
yeah, yeah.
You
Yes,
know what,
exactly.
Mel? I have never been a smooth guy. I was actually kind of corny. And so I would just walk
It's
up to a
because
woman. I had a hot motorcycle at the time. I had a Hayabusa. So I get off my Hayabusa.
props.
And, and
Those are
yeah,
props. Props work.
Hayabusa rider. But I would get off my bike, and I'd make sure it was parked just right. When I roll up on her, I say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Yule, and I just saw you standing over here, and I want to know if it's all right if I talk to you for a couple seconds."
Oh my God.
That's it.
You know what?
That's
Actually, you know what? I have got to give you props for that because I feel like the more communicative and the more real that you are, that's something that women don't hear a lot. So it's almost as if you were to say, I would like to court you. Women are going to be more apt to say yes
Look, man.
because they
It
don't
didn't
hear
work
that
all the
often.
time. It didn't work all the time for me because I'm real shy. I'm really
Well, you didn't
shy. I
say
keep
it,
telling you that, but yeah,
but you didn't. So, right, you didn't say it, but that's the point. So, but if you were
yeah.
to say it, I feel like women, the things, okay, so men out there, which I know there's a lot of them because I haven't seen a woman actually comment right now yet, but we are going to have a beautiful woman actually come on and be our guest tonight. So
Oh
you
yeah.
guys don't go anywhere.
Oh
But
yeah.
I feel like if you were just, well, maybe I'm just me, but a man who actually comes up to me and is very genuine and just, hey, I would like to court you. Okay. I like that just front and center.
Just
I
come
know
out and say I'd
exactly what
like to
it
court you.
Yeah,
That's
I
like,
know where I'm getting into. And
all right.
this is not a crazy thing.
Samir,
This
how
ain't
many
crazy.
times do you hear lines? I mean, come on. I tell you what, let's flip the question. Let's flip the question. So, what has been your favorite pickup line? I'm sure you've heard plenty, but what
Oh,
has been
I
your
have a
favorite pickup line that somebody's used on you?
All right. They didn't pick me up. It
Okay.
didn't actually get me picked up because I am kind of, you know, I'm hard to get. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm hard to get. But the one pickup line that really, really, really got me was this guy in Atlanta. He, I was, I had a really nice dress on, but he walked up to me and he said, I have a cavity in my eye. Thank you for the cavity in my eye. And I was like, what? And I'm actually around dentists a lot, so I'm a nerd. So I kind of was like, what? What does that mean? He's like, oh, you're such eye candy. And I was like, that's actually really cute. Like, that's a
That's
great
pretty
pickup
good.
line, right?
It's corny. It's corny, but it's got to
You
work.
know what? I'm corny. There's Karen. Karen.
Hi,
This
Karen.
woman
How you
is
doing?
another big fan of mine. Love her too. Let's see how. How's the devil doing? Because there ain't now no way God will allow anything that hot in the that's his pickup
Whoa,
line.
how's the devil doing? Because let me see if I can say that. Let's see if we can get that to roll
Right?
off.
I
So,
mean, yeah.
baby, how's the devil doing? Because there's no way that God would allow anything that hot in heaven. Damn.
Oh my God, I think you just came up with the next best thing to the hot seat. I am now going to ask them to repeat their not their
They
best
got,
pickup line because sometimes they
yeah.
don't know it, but the pickup line that I'm going to give them. I'm gonna be like, here, you have to say this pickup line,
Oh
and then
yeah,
we're all
that's
going to
it
judge
right
you.
there. That's it. That's a pretty good one, David. That's pretty good right there. If I
Dude,
were
David
single,
is
I'd use it.
awesome.
If I were single, I'd use it.
You know, that's actually good. I should just start promoting all of my
The pickup
shows with,
lines.
hey, you can find your best pickup lines from this show.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, good
Cigars,
Lord.
pickup lines, and conversation.
I'm not gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the real shit, right? Um, Carlito just came into the back office and then he
Uh
jumped out. He must have gotten scared because we were telling certain pickup lines.
huh. I
He's
can't
like, I gotta
imagine.
jump out of this. This
I
is not
can't
gonna work.
imagine. I can't even imagine him saying one of those pickup lines. It probably would roll off pretty pathetic, pretty poetic though. What's up, Carlo?
Hey, bro, am I on? Oh my God,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
you on here? What's going
I'm
on?
good. I'm doing great, bro. I'm good. I'm in Casa de Campo, La Romana, Dominican Republic, and getting ready for a big cigar family charitable event tomorrow on Teeth of the Dog, one of the top golf courses in the world. Look good, great to see you, man. And that cigar looks awesome, man. Look at that nice tight white ash.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's got to be another pickup line. Look at
That
that nice
tight
tight
white
white.
ash. Everybody
I'm
loves a
s-
little tight white ash there. That's pretty
You know,
cool.
that actually reminds me about this weekend. On Sunday, we actually have the Ash Holes founder coming on to
Ah,
our show, which is the Professor Show, which you guys can all find at www.facebook.com/, the Professor Show, and even tinyurl.com/, the Professor Show. But oh my goodness, I'm telling you, this is going to be fantastic because they are a big deal. I mean, they're
yes,
everywhere.
yes. Every state, almost every country, they got somebody on every continent, just about.
I don't know. We're thinking that they need to be in the DR, so we're going to work on that.
Oh yeah, oh
Everybody's
yeah.
definitely in for that shit. Chit. I'm sorry, chit.
Chit. It's all about the chit tonight. It's all about the
It
chit.
definitely is.
We're talking
Okay,
chit.
guys, but let me tell you right now, I can't waste any more time. I have a very, very, very special guest tonight. I'm super excited, and it is a female, a woman of, I mean, definitely a favorite of the Sisters of the Leaf, someone that you guys all know, and somebody who has definitely brought a destination imagination, almost like Disney World kind of opportunity for you guys. So we want to bring on Angela Yue. I'm super excited. So here she is. Angela.
Hey Angela,
Oh,
we can't hear you.
Oh no, what did I do wrong?
do you have any headphones?
Hear me?
Yeah, barely. You have any headphones?
No.
Oh man. So you got to
We're going to
put the
be
phone.
let's just be very quiet. So, okay,
She
time
says,
out. Okay, we're going to give her a minute.
okay.
Okay, we will come back. All right. All right. So, yes, I'm super excited. So, have you been to the cathedral? Have you been to the Grand Cathedral?
Not yet, but I'm going. I'm going. I am going. I was talking to one of my
Right?
buddies today, and he went. He went last week, and
Oh, really?
so when I
And
go
what
to
did he say?
Tampa,
So,
he
what was his
loved it.
words about it?
You know what? He said one of the things that he liked the most about it is that it was small, it was quaint. He thought the members lounge was amazing.
Yes.
He said they carried a whole hell of a lot of Fuente in there. I guess that's perfect. It's Fuente Friday. We could talk about it. But he said the place was amazing. He loved the service. He loved the service.
Oh my God, the girls there are so sweet. Absolutely. I completely agree with that. We just went this past Saturday actually again, and I went with actually a bunch of friends. So it wasn't quite, I've been there quite a few times just with like different, I guess, events or something. And I've also
Hmm.
actually been there before they even opened because Angela invited us. But it's still, even when you go there with your friends or just you're just showing up, you're absolutely right. The service there and the girls there are so sweet, so open, so just, and I love that. There's just nothing better than just having great service or people that are,
Right.
you know, that
He
just
said he
love
felt like he had
everybody.
been there 20 times. He
Oh,
said
I
he
love
felt
it.
like he said they treated him like they known him for
Yes.
years, like he was a regular, and he said that was his first time going.
Wow,
And
man.
he said, but just the whole atmosphere, the way he described it, he said it's a complete cigar vibe. He said, I
Well,
love the vibe. And so I told him today, we had this conversation about an hour ago. I was telling him who was going to be on the show, and he said, man, he says, you got to get to her place if you haven't been there. He said, you got to go when you go back to Tampa. So I'm gonna make it
I
happen.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure who named it, but I'm pretty sure she got number one cigar lounge of the year, named by a
Really?
certain, maybe it was Cigar Journal or Carlito might actually know this better. Let me see if he knows. Let's see if he's gonna.
Yes,
Carlito, wasn't it named
yes.
cigar number one cigar lounge of the year?
It's a nominee for the number one cigar lounge of the year, and it's the
Wow.
Cigar Journal. It was at once of Europe, but I think it's of the world. And I just want to say, it's whether it's selected or elected or not, it really doesn't matter. I've been all over the world. It is just an amazing place. It's there's something, I know it's a cathedral, but it's spiritual. It really is. It's the old world, the bricks, the old floors. I mean, it's part. Maybe it's
Yeah,
because I was born and raised in that community. It was the cigar capital of the world, and it's right in the heart. That it brings me so many memories of of my earliest childhood. Everything, just the feel, everything around it. But it's just also it's the people, the staff, everybody there is just
Yes.
amazing. And it's only been 1 year, and I really feel
Wow.
like these
yeah,
are 1 year. I feel like everybody, all these gorgeous ladies that work there, they're like my little sisters, or my younger sister. I don't want to say little sister, but younger, but they're just awesome. They work around the clock. They just give and everybody just feels good there. That everyone who's in charge of the humidor, the staff. I mean, I can name them all. They're just incredible. It's just an incredible place that has done so much for the community. It's done so much for the
Wow.
neighborhood. It's become a landmark and a
yeah.
destination, and it's something very, very special. And it's got huge parking lots. It's got parking lots outside the property, and it's hard to find a parking space. And
Wow.
when you go there, you'll be surprised. You'll see a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Rolls Royce. No kidding. And
Wow.
But
you'll
you'll
also
also
see.
But you'll also see a giant Opus X, which is beautiful as well,
Yes,
right there on
yes,
the
yeah,
building or in the parking
yes,
lot, which is
yes.
beautiful.
And it's a special place because you also always will see, you know, officer police cars there and everything, only because this is their place to go and hang out and everything. So it's a beautiful place. It's become it's become a place that you want to go because you feel comfortable and protected. And what you've heard me say so many times, Melanie. Why I love it so much is because when I'm there, I don't see just old men like myself sitting down, slouching over and smoking cigars with cigars burnt, holes in their shirts. Not I got anything against that because they have to keep selling shirts. So
Right.
if you're in the shirt industry, I understand that. But you see couples, you see a lot of ladies there. It is a place where people are welcome. I was just there a couple of weeks ago and I walked upstairs. It's about 3 levels. Oh, and you have all the outside gardens and everything and fountains. But I walked upstairs and I saw 4 or 5 ladies just sitting next to each other enjoying cigars. Not mingling around everybody. They found a nice quiet spot. But to me, it makes me so proud that there's
Thank you, Kat.
some place like that where people come from all over. They could come congregate, meet people, hug people, love people, and it's something that to me is very special to have it in my hometown.
Wait, I don't know how to do this. How do you guys
Hey,
do this stuff? Jesus. This is
We
I'm
so
all,
You know,
difficult.
yeah,
it's
we're figuring it out just like
consistency.
you.
I
Yeah.
don't know
It's
still
how to
learning,
do
still learning.
this. I have never
Hey,
used AirPods. I don't even know how this shit works.
You know
How
what?
do
Angela,
you
That's
take
do
we
this?
okay. You have other
we.
talents. We have talents. It's okay.
Hey, you
This
know
is
what?
so difficult.
Could I just
Do
say
you want me
something
to give
now?
you another minute?
Hold
Wait,
on. I
wait.
don't know how to
No,
do
no.
this stuff.
Could
All
could
right,
I
I'm going to
say
give you another
something?
minute.
I was on your show a couple of weeks ago from probably that same spot, and I was so comfortable in that seat. I just forgot what was that, and the same shit happened to me. It just everything just fell down. Funny,
It's
funny.
always happening to
Hey, it's gonna
everybody.
work out. It's gonna work out in a minute. She says she's never done it before, really. So this is her first time really jumping out there. It's
Uh,
hilarious.
No,
That
no,
is
no.
hilarious.
Definitely, no, definitely. I asked her to please come on, and not please, but
Yes,
come on
I'm grateful for
and
that. Thank you so much.
and join us and so forth. She goes, but it's a busy night. It's Labor Day weekend. The place is packed. I said, just go sit in the same seat I sat in 2 weeks ago when I was with Melanie 2 weeks ago. So remember Cynthia and Kim and all of them were there.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
forgot that
I
seat is
think I
awfully
got it
comfortable.
right. Did I get it
The
right
seat,
now?
You
You
No?
were
got it.
got it
great.
You
right.
got
Don't
it.
touch anything.
God,
Oh,
this
You
is
got
you're
it.
so
good.
difficult.
You're
Okay.
perfect. You're perfect. Sit
Okay.
back and
Okay.
relax and enjoy your cigar. You're perfect. Just like that.
I couldn't figure out how to use these things, these AirPods or whatever they're called.
Oh no,
I've
you got it
never
down now.
I've never used them before.
Oh,
But
you
You
look like
got
a
it
hi.
pro right
down.
now. We're
Hey,
gonna call you a
hey.
pro.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Hello
Angela.
everybody. Hi friends.
Hey, hi, everybody. Why, which is really a step up, but why is it it's a big like a big white banner that says Cisco Kid 21 across my face?
Angela. You can blame Rob for that. I'm not gonna take credit for that,
Yeah,
but
this
he.
and that. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I'd like to introduce Angela. I've known Angela for several years now, maybe 5 years, 6 years, and I um I really reached out to Angela. She didn't reach out to me. I saw a very young lady who was always speaking about her cigars in the way that I like to hear people. And I'm not going to say women, but people speak about their cigars with so much passion, love. And always I saw photos with people and through her lounge and what she was doing and so forth. And I reached out to her and just put, friend requests. And that's how I got to really get to know her and so forth. I saw that she was really so much into cigars. She traveled in Nicaragua, this and that. And she became they had a store. They were a good customer. Eventually, she visited the Dominican Republic, and the whole thing was Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. I really didn't know her as well, but her whole attention was about the children and doing things. And
Wow.
over the years, I got to know Angela in a way that where was she every Thanksgiving? She was gathering things together to take it to the needy and things for Thanksgiving. Where was she on December and everything? Was she having uh, dinners and everything? No, she was gathering things to help those in need. And and then when I find out, I'm calling the store in San Diego, and they no, Angela's not in these next couple of days. And finally, when she gets back, no, she says, no, I was trying to help these people who are crossing the border. This was 4 years ago. They
Yeah.
don't have a
Wow.
home. They don't
Mm.
have anything. I'm just trying to take blankets and this and that. This is what I'm doing. And I recognized something, or I felt something that this is a
Oh my god, I'm gonna
special
cry.
person.
You always make me cry.
No, a
Wow.
special person and so forth.
Sorry.
And and she reached out and said she wanted to do something for Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. And of course, that's like, that's my baby in my heart. It's not the cigars, it's the kids or whatever I could do in my life. But I said, let me give her an opportunity because I really see how passionate she is. And that's how the friendship began. And today we're partners. and someone who I depend on or I know I could count on. It's better to say that. Just a wonderful person who has proven so many people wrong, so many people. And when people have any doubt about what women could do in this world and the cigar industry and so forth. So
Because I'm your
that's my
ninja for
introduction to
life.
Angela Yue.
I'm your
Yes,
ninja
yes,
for
you are.
life.
I
You're
like
you're
that.
a,
I like that.
you're a ninja for a lot of people, but that's a beautiful thing. God bless you.
Well, welcome to the show, Angela. It's nice to have you on.
Thank you. This is like deja vu because Carlito was just here like a week ago sitting in the same chair. It was Friday that you were here, right?
Right,
And
I think it
so,
was. Yeah, well,
right.
it
Yeah,
was Melanie's show with you guys. Yes,
right,
yes.
right.
Cynthia and Kim came on to
And
say
Kim
hello.
came
Yes,
on.
they
I met
did.
Kim.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
so I
So,
was downstairs at the bar because we got really busy and Carlito left to come upstairs to do the show. Then like 1 hour went by, 2 hour went by, 3 hour went by, and I was like, is Carlito alive? And he's still up here having like a party and the store is getting ready to close. I'm like, all right. All the girls are downstairs waiting for Carlito to say bye and whatnot. But it's pretty cool to be on the show with y'all. So thank you for
You know,
yeah,
having me. I
it's like a
appreciate
yes.
time
it.
warp when you get on a show with Carlito. I can't help it. He's
It is a
It's
time
never
warp.
an hour. We start out going an hour, and then that last show we did last week was like 2 hours, almost two and a
like,
half hours. But it went by so good, so fast because we had such great conversation, and then we had a mail moment where we all kind of sent it on mail with all of this love. You know, we were giving love and
what?
giving her props last week, and
The Mel effect. Stop
it
that.
was the
Okay, we're not
Bell
going to go
effect
there
that
again.
we were hitting last night. But Angela, it's nice to finally get you on the show and talk to you. I'm a big fan from here in Dallas of Grand
Oh, thank
Cathedral
you.
Cigars,
I
and
appreciate it.
it's good to finally get a chance to talk to you. So to hear the things that Carlo just said about you, Carlito, what drives you? What it constantly ignites that passion in you to do the things you do?
Oh my gosh, so many things. Probably number one is proving the naysayers wrong. That's
Yes,
is proving the naysayers wrong, and all the people who have doubt, showing them that a dream is possible.
yes,
That's probably
yes.
number one. Because I could never give someone the satisfaction to say I told you so, you know. And then I know there's a lot of people that have and had faith in me, in this store and along this journey, and I can't let those people down. So that's hands down. That's my number one. What motivates me.
It's a pretty good feeling to stick it to them. You know you don't want to be gracious or anything. You want to tell them, give them the
Like
big F bomb or something.
for me, I'm content. I was content at Lord Puffer. I don't need much. My life is very simple, but to be able to prove the naysayers wrong and then provide a place where people go and just have such a great time. And my biggest satisfaction is walking in here, on a Friday, Saturday night and seeing these people who traveled all over the world to come here and for them to have a good time, and that Disney World experience every time is what makes all the hard work worth it. And makes
Well,
all the tears and like all the, late nights and all the hours and all the cuts on my hands, like that's what makes it worth it.
All right, but I have to ask. I mean, well, I don't even have to ask. I think that we all saw it wasn't just, you're not just managing this place or even doing it for the people. I saw you at Home Depot pulling out the lumber. You're actually building
Let
this
me tell you
place. Where did you
something.
get those kind of skills? That's amazing.
Home Depot is my favorite store in the whole entire world. So if anyone wants to get me a Christmas present, Home Depot gift card, and I will be so happy. Home Depot.
Oh, I love it.
I have so much to say about Home Depot, especially the one on Dale Mabry, because when I first moved here, I didn't know anybody, and the people who worked at Home Depot like truly became my family for the first year that I lived here. But I've always been hands on. I've always been a tomboy growing up. I was never the girl that played with Barbies. I wanted to play with Legos, and I always loved construction. So I tell people if I didn't work with cigars and I didn't own a cigar shop, I would want to be a general contractor. So
All right.
wow.
that's just a passion that I have deep down inside.
So, can you tell us what was how did this actually start? Because obviously, Carlito is from
Mhm.
Tampa, but what was the conversation? Because you're from San Diego, Lord Puffer
Right.
Cigars, are correct?
Yeah, so I've been working with cigars for since I was 17 years old. So that's pretty
Wow.
much like 40% of my lifetime, which sounds crazy. And I know I wasn't born from a cigar maker family and whatnot, but this is all I've been doing since I was 17. So it's really, all I know. And Lord Puffer was the first store that I owned and didn't just work at. And that opened in 2018. And Grand Cathedral really just came organically. And I think that's the best way for any business to develop is organically. And, being from California where the taxes are very high and it's very hard to operate a business, let alone a tobacco business, we always wanted to get out of California. And the popular states, for tobacco is always Pennsylvania, Florida, Arizona, Texas. And I told my partner Nathan at Lord Puffer, wherever we choose to go, we have to enjoy the city as well. Because the money could be great, but if you don't enjoy where you are, the people that are around you, and the environment that you're in, the money's not worth anything. So that's kind
Exactly.
of that's when we decided Florida, because Florida is just so much like California. The weather, people like to be out, people love their animals, the outdoor stuff. So we set on Florida, and of course, Tampa being the cigar capital of the world, that's the first city that came to mind. And when we looked at Tampa, I had never been to Tampa. I've only heard Carlito talk about Tampa, but I've never been. And we went online on LoopNet, and we found this church. And just for shits and giggles, I told my partner Nathan, I said, hey, I found this church. It's always been our dream to open a cigar shop at a church, but there's no way that someone would let us do it. And Nathan said, well, just leave a message. You'll never know. So I left a message, and the realtor's name is
Wow.
Stephen Schliemann, who is still with us today. He manages all of our memberships now. And I said, hey, I have this crazy idea. I'd like to open up a cigar shop. And he says, well, as a matter of fact, my father's favorite cigar is Arturo Fuente Queen Bee. And after that, the stars just aligned. So it just,
Wow.
it happened so organically. And it's not anything that I could have forced or Carlito could have forced or anyone could have forced. It was the right time with the right people, and the passion and the love was there. The community of Tampa is just so receptive. So it's really a lot of pieces that put us where we are today, and a lot of
Yeah,
variables. And a lot of people have. This store is not here because of me or any one person. This store is here because of the community in Tampa, and I truly believe that.
well, I have to give you accolades because you haven't just created a store. It's by far a destination where everybody wants to
Yes.
absolutely visit. It's
Thank
something so
you.
unique. And just the fact that you picked a cathedral, a church, or else, something that is so what is the word, legendary, that
Right.
everybody can come and visit. It's amazing. And I think
But
even the way
that's
that
like another thing, like what you said, the cathedral, because Carlito's factory in the Dominican Republic, of course it's referred to as the Willy Wonka of cigars, but it's also called the Cathedral of Tobacco. And what are the chances out of all the buildings in the world that we find a cathedral in Tampa? Like that, I don't know. I don't know if it's destiny, but Carlito says God speaks to you in mysterious ways. And things like this just don't happen, and things like this don't happen to people like me. So the
oh but
stars
they do.
aligned, and God was on our side.
I'll
Absolutely.
say this. I told Mel before the show that a buddy of mine traveled to Tampa. I talked to him tonight. He traveled to Tampa last week and he came by there. And the he told me something that just got me excited because I hadn't told anybody that you were coming on the show. And he
Oh,
says, man, I went to that place that you've been wanting to go to. I said, what place is that? He says, the Grand Cathedral Cigars. I say, in Tampa?
oh,
He
thank
said,
you.
yeah, I was there. He said, let me tell you something, bro. You gotta go. He said, it was my first time visiting from Dallas, and I felt like I was a member there from day one. He
Oh,
said that the ladies treated him so well. The service was he doesn't say this much. He said the service was impeccable.
thank you. I
And
appreciate that.
he said he
I
really loved
appreciate
the
that.
place. Yeah, so the
Thank
word is
you.
getting out here in Dallas. We're definitely gonna spread the word here, and I'm definitely coming so I can take a picture with you.
Come on by. No, I want to take a picture with you. I'm gonna ask you for a selfie. How about that?
That'll work. I'm tagging you and everything on Instagram now, so I
Thank
want to make
you.
sure you don't forget me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, you know what? We're
Watch
really
out. You might be, you might
blessed.
be, you might have a lot of tags then.
No, I,
I,
I actually started seeing tags. I'm like, wait, I know that guy. So, but
yes.
we're really blessed because we opened right kind of at the end of COVID, where things were starting to open up, and like every industry across the world, finding labor and staff is really difficult. And everyone here, I am so blessed to have literally like I'm gonna cry talking about my team. I'm so
Aw.
blessed to have the most amazing team in the world because they made my dream come true. And
Well, I got a
Aw.
question.
yeah,
I got a question, Angela. I gotta ask you this, and I think a lot of people that watch this are gonna want to know. So you're a woman in this industry. I
right.
mean, you're breaking all types of barriers. Let's
And
just put
I'm
that out
Asian,
there,
and
right?
I'm Asian.
And you're Asian, and you're breaking barriers. But what would you say has been your biggest challenge as you you know you've grown in the cigar community? What's been your biggest challenge?
Oh, um, probably. I don't know. I don't know if this is politically correct, but probably I
We're
think a
not
lot of
politically correct on
people.
here.
Okay, so I'm gonna be blunt and honest.
There you go.
I think the biggest challenge that I have had is I think it started with Lord Puffer. Um, it was the first store that I owned, even though I've worked with cigars since I was 17. When we opened Lord Puffer, we have a lot of inventory. And I think for people who don't really know myself, our journey, and my background in the stores that I've worked at, a lot of people, whether they're consumers or retailers, wonder why did Angela get these accounts, or why, like, how did she have this
Oh,
opportunity?
that's a
And I think
great point.
yeah, and I think sometimes a lot of people, the first thing they say, well, is maybe because she's a female, maybe there's favoritism. But a lot of people don't realize, how hard we do to sell cigars, how hard we work to display cigars, how hard we work to maintain our membership and our customers and take care of our guests here. And people don't realize, running a cigar shop is not just sitting in a chair and having fun. There's a lot of work that goes behind it. And sometimes I always felt that people thought like this was given to me. But we work really hard as retailers, and we're very aggressive retailers, and we try and sell cigars, aggressively, and we try and market cigars in a presentable way, and we try and make really good display pieces and whatnot. So I think trying to prove to people that our accounts weren't given to us, but it's because we kind of worked for them, that was probably my hardest thing that I had to overcome. And that was more of
You
like
Wow.
know,
a personal thing.
one of the things that I remember about you, specifically during COVID, was that you did the bingo game. And that
Oh my God,
was,
bingo.
yes,
Yeah,
that was so
bingo.
super special to a lot of people because we're all sitting at home just not sure what we're gonna
Right.
do. And you brought a whole new game, and it was so much fun to be able to play that game. And I remember us playing it. We bought tickets, we bought we put in. You had to buy. I guess you had to buy the. You had to buy in, but it was so much fun because we're all sitting at home bored.
Yeah.
And then here comes Angela with, "Hey, we're gonna have a bingo game." We're all like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah! This sounds so much." It was a lot of
It was a
fun.
lot of fun for 2 hours, and it was cool because people, all over the world were playing bingo. We even had people in Canada playing bingo, so
Wow.
Yep,
that was a lot of
yep.
fun. But to answer your question, yes, the hardest thing was people always telling me, "Well, Angela has this because she's a female." Well, maybe it's because we work try and work hard as retailers, but people forget that side of it, and a lot of people say, "Well, it's because she's a female," and I guess that also goes to your first question, which is what drives me. And that's also what drives me to work harder, to prove to people that we're great retailers, and it's not because I'm a female.
Right.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
now I want to ask though, before you got into the big game, before you got into, because you really made it big by being on social media while you were building this. I think that's where really a lot of people got to know you a lot more and got to see your heart and soul and your, even just your talents. And so,
Thank
but I
you.
want to ask, when you were just coming into the industry, what were some of your biggest challenges just being a woman that was coming in the industry, but also given the chance to really, maybe be just working with Carlito? What was that like?
Early on, the biggest challenge when I first started working with cigars before I owned a cigar shop was probably my family, just because your stereotypes as a Asian or Chinese American female is not working at a bar and it's not working with tobacco. Like those are two very big taboos in my culture. And I come from my dad's side. I come from a family of doctors who all went to prestigious schools in
Wow,
England, in
yeah.
the U.S., and all
Wow.
over. So for me to choose a line of work that deals with alcohol and tobacco, it's a very, I guess, like black sheep of the family, what people would say. And it was really looked down upon. So I really struggled because I loved what I did, but I had to go home every day and listen to my mom tell me, this is not what girls should do. And then my dad calling me because my dad lives in Hong Kong, disappointed. You went to school, you got a college degree from a great university. Why are you working with cigars? And that was really hard for me, but it's what I loved. So I kept on doing it. And now my mom is very receptive of it. My mom loves the cigar community. My mom comes to cigar events. She
Oh,
asks,
wow.
Aw.
she asks like, who's playing on Friday night? Who's playing on Saturday night? And she comes too. And she wears her Fuente hat now in Tampa and Harbor Islands.
I
And
love it.
she has lighters too. When people are smoking and they don't have a lighter, she'll be like, oh, I got a torch. So my family was probably the biggest struggle in the beginning.
So
Aw, well,
obviously that's a lot better now, but I would imagine that had to be pretty difficult as you're trying to grow and navigate, and then you've got all of that going on. I gotta say,
Yeah.
I've learned so much about you in a short amount of time.
Oh,
Amazing
thank
stories.
you.
Seems like an amazing journey. Very very uplifting and motivating. And I think it's an example that you can do anything you want to as long as you put your mind to it and you're dedicated and
Absolutely.
have passion.
Absolutely.
So definitely,
Anyone can do
definitely.
anything
That's
they
right.
want.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
all right,
So, but
so I know, Angela, you have a lot to do tonight, and this is past the time that we were accepting of you. We really appreciate you being on the show. But if there's anything else that you want to say, I don't know if you have to go or not. We'll keep you
I don't
on
know
here
what
because we
time is it. I don't even
it's
have a time.
10:40. It's 10:48.
10
So
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me the 11 o'clock reminder? Can I stay till
yes,
11? Okay, okay,
sure, I
okay,
love
because I'm having fun. And like okay, let
Good.
me tell you something. The problem with podcasts is you don't realize like how fast time goes.
it. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
probably why
Yeah.
Carlito was on here for 3 freaking hours. I'm like, oh my God, it's been 3 hours.
Yeah, we
But
get into some pretty deep
uh,
conversations. You
It is
know,
a lot of fun.
we have a lot of fun. Carlito brings a different vibe every time he comes, and a lot of times he's speaking from experience via
right.
history. And so sometimes he gets to talking, and all I want to do is sit here on my patio in Texas and listen.
Oh my
That's
God,
all I want to
okay, let
do.
me tell you something. I'm still the same way. Like, I'm very blessed because Carlito, their office is in Tampa on 22nd Street, and he does come to Tampa quite frequently. So I'm blessed to have the opportunity to interact with him. But sometimes I'm still like, damn, that's Carlito Fuente, you know? And it's so strange because I remember growing up at 17, 18 years old, I remember an 858 on the shelf or a Don Carlos on the shelf. And now the man that makes that cigar is having a martini here. And that's just like mind boggling to me. I'm like, is that really Carlito Fuente? Like, I still get starstruck to this day. And I
I'm
think
the
it's
same
cool.
way.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
the
like, that's
same way. I'm on the
that's
show with him and
Carlito.
Mel.
Yeah.
I'm on the show with him and Mel every week, and people ask me all the time. They're like, "Man, are you really on the show with Carlito?" I've only been in the cigar world for just over a year in July, and people always say, "Man, you're actually sitting down having conversations with Mel and Carlito," and I'm like, "Yeah." You know, hey,
You're a lucky
yeah, I
guy.
am. I'm a lucky guy.
You're the chosen one. You're a lucky
I
guy.
that's what I hear. That's what I hear. That's what Mel tells me. But I just find
No,
I get
I did
so
not
much
tell
from
you
it.
that. Don't call me boss. I did not tell you that. I'm very
No, she didn't
humble.
tell
I'm
me
not
that.
saying you're.
She didn't tell me that. But I, that's how she makes me feel. That's how she makes me feel. But
Oh my gosh.
it's an amazing journey, and like I feel like I'm even just talking to you now. I want to talk to you for the next 2 hours because I think there's just so much that if we laid out a list of questions, there's just so much that you could say
Oh, I
about
love
your
this
journey.
industry. I love this
Yeah.
industry so much. Like it's truly my life. And I always tell people, I'm not a third generation cigar maker. I'm not a fourth generation cigar maker's daughter. But to me, this is all I know. And the people that I've gotten to meet along the years, they're not just friends, they're family now. And I personally love the cigar industry because I grew up in a small family. It was my mom, myself, and our animals. So to
Oh
work in
wait,
a
speaking of
cigar
animals,
shop, yeah.
okay, you have a koi pond, right?
Oh
I
my
mean, my
god,
dad
I love my
actually
koi
built a
ponds.
koi pond, so I kind of know a little
What?
bit about kois. But also, there's turtles involved,
I had
and
turtles.
you had a beautiful
What?
dog. So
Yeah,
yes,
so my koi pond is the biggest pain in the ass in the world because it's always breaking. And like I have a koi pond in San Diego, but I didn't know that in Tampa because it's so hot and there's so much freaking sun everywhere that you get all this algae. So I'm always fixing my koi pond. I'm always fixing the pump. Like I'm inside the koi ponds. I had to clean it one day and I had to catch every single fish and we probably have around like 70 fish in there. So I had to get a stupid
Wow.
net and catch every single one. Then I like sprayed it down, scooped out all the fish poop. Like it's a lot of work, but the koi pond is my passion. So that's like my one
Wow.
thing that I have at the store. That and the piano that I absolutely love.
all right.
And then
So
my
that,
and then my turtle and then my bearded dragon and all the other animals I have here.
but that's another talent that she has. She actually plays the piano, and it's amazing. And we were
What?
actually, you know, gifted enough to her. She actually came on the Professor Show and played. Didn't you play
I
the
did
piano on?
play. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot about that. I did play the piano.
it was
I
amazing.
should play a lot more. So I played a lot more piano at Lord Puffer because the piano was in the humidor. So the only people who would hear me play is if there were people in the humidor. But our piano here is in the middle of
Oh,
the freaking
cool.
bar. So I get nervous to play because if I mess up, then everyone can hear me. So I don't play as much now, but I have a dream to have a piano in my house and then I will play.
Oh,
Can you
now
sing?
Yeah. No,
Carlito's
I
asking.
think I can, but no, I can't. I
Carlito,
like,
no, sorry, go. I don't mean to interrupt you, but Carlito was asking about Father Opus. Father Opus.
Father Opus, Carlito, if you're listening, is a mythical dog that I dream to have one day. And he's this big, huge Tibetan Mastiff. And it was this
Oh
joke.
yeah.
Oh, there's a long story behind Father Opus now that I think about it. Wait,
Well,
wait,
you've got.
wait.
Let's see.
Okay, wait, I
You've got
gotta share
six
the
minutes. Go
story.
ahead.
Okay, 6 minutes. Okay, so Carlito and I, we have this tradition where we gift animals for people's birthdays. So Arturo Sandoval, we gifted a pig. I drove to his house in Beverly Hills and dropped off a pig. Cynthia, we gifted a bearded dragon. Rich Dolak, we gifted a dog. But we had this joke that we were going to gift this gigantic Tibetan Mastiff to one of Carlito's good friends, right hand man, works with the Newmans, Rich Dolak. So for like a month, we were playing this joke, and I sold that shit so freaking good. I would like send him dog food and dog diapers, and I was like, Rich, Carlito really wants this dog, and you got to take care of him until Carlito gets to Tampa. And then, long story short, we played this whole trick off on him, and he didn't even show up to work that day because he didn't want to get stuck with the dog. But Father Opus is supposed to be a Tibetan Mastiff that hangs out at the cathedral. So, Carlito, if you're still on, I'm still waiting for a Father Opus
He's
to
in
be
the
our
comments.
mascot.
He's
No, but
definitely
he
in the
does have
comments.
a dog named Opus now, though. He already has a dog named Opus, right?
but it's Father Opus. This is
Father
a different
Opus.
Oh,
Opus.
okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
Father Opus.
And then we're gonna
And the,
like put clothes on him and everything, and you guys gotta look him up. It's called Tibetan Mastiff. Oh
I've
wait,
seen
Eric
him.
is right. Cynthia got a turtle. Cynthia got a turtle. I got a matching turtle, and then I got a bearded dragon.
now, how long are those turtles gonna last? They're gonna grow to past. Are they gonna grow
Oh,
past?
they're gonna outlive us. So
Yeah,
Cynthia's turtle is probably gonna be in Cynthia's will because the turtles live to like 60, 70 years.
right. Yeah, they do.
Wow, that's amazing. I don't know
Well,
how they do
I
it.
got a German Shepherd over here that I'll wheel you. You can have him right now.
Oh, I have a
Cause
German Shepherd too. I
he's
had two.
smarter than me. I tell you what, he's smarter than me. He's usually out here running around while I'm out here. But I told my wife, got special
Mhm.
guest today. He's got to stay in the house because he gonna walk up and like put his nose on me while I'm
I
out here
All
on
have
the.
a
right,
German Shepherd too. Yeah, I had two, and then now I have one because one passed away. But I got one now.
all right.
Wow.
So
What?
I know Carlito's asking about the police horse, but before we get to the police horse,
Mhm.
he also told me about the amazing uh what is it cheesecakes or not cheesecake the steak um
Oh, the Philly
the
cheesesteak.
yes, okay, the Philly cheesesteak the vans you guys have there, like
Oh
I heard
wow.
that they have food trucks come in that sell amazing food, which I think is genius.
Yeah, so we have a food truck parked in our parking lot, and it's open Wednesday through Sunday, and they do a bunch of like different crafty sandwiches. And one of the sandwiches is a Philly cheesesteak, which Carlito loves, and swears that it can hold up to any Philly cheesesteak in Philly. So if anyone is ever
That's got to
here
be delicious. It's got to
and
be
y'all are
delicious.
hungry, try our Philly cheesesteak.
But they're not there on Mondays, right? I heard you.
No, not
It's
Mondays,
Wednesday
just
through
just
Wednesday.
Wednesday through Sunday. Yeah.
All right. So
I
I
you know
definitely got to do
I
that. I
was
got to put that on my itinerary for Tampa.
Yeah, and Carlina was asking about the Opus horse. So
okay.
we actually have we don't have it, but we held a fundraiser in early January for TPD, which is Tampa Police Department, and one of our dear friends to myself and Carlito is Nick Baez, and he is one of the officers in the mounted unit. Which, for those of you guys who don't know, they're the police officers who work a lot of high traffic areas, and they're on the police horses. And there was, they were about to retire some horses, and they were going to lose some of them. So we threw a fundraiser to buy horses, and the Fuente Family Foundation contributed a huge amount, as well as the other people who were there that night for the auction. And I think we raised like 100 and maybe like 30 grand, and we
Wow.
got to
Wow, that's
buy several
amazing.
horses. Yeah, no, it's really cool. We got to buy several horses for TPD, and now one of the horses is actually in Ybor every weekend, and his name is
Wow.
Opus. So if you guys are ever in
Aw.
Ybor, look for a big brown and white horse. He has like this long blonde white hair, and his name is Opus, and he'll have like an Opus patch right on his side. So
Oh
Wow.
wow.
yeah, it's
Wow.
it's pretty cool, and it's so cool
Now
because a lot of people do fundraisers and whatnot, but it's so cool to actually see the horse on the street now, and it's because of this community of cigar smokers that we were able to do that.
so I know that you representing the Fuente brand is
Mhm.
something that's very just up there. It's really, you just have to represent them in a certain way. What has been maybe one of the biggest things that you've had to actually discuss with Carlito or maybe argue with Carlito, making the cathedral represent the brand so well? What has been one of your biggest struggles with that?
Oh my gosh, Carlita's gonna say I'm a pain in the ass because I'm always arguing because I'm very opinionated, and I just say it how it is. I'm very opinionated. So Carlito would say I'm a pain in the ass, but Carlito's never wrong. And there's times I disagree with Carlito, or there's times where he has this crazy idea, and I'm like, you want to do what? But it always works. So now I learn to just go with the flow because for some reason Carlito's always right, and his crazy ideas, which seem crazy to me, work. So
Aw,
I've
good.
learned to, you know, follow his footsteps and follow after him because there's a reason why he's built this global brand, you know, and I'm I'm honored to be able to work so closely beside him because I really believe that you pick up so much around the people that you're with, and to be able to learn from Carlito, even though sometimes I disagree with him, he's always right. So this whole store, from the pictures on the walls to the paintings and the murals, I thought, oh my God, there's so much color, but people love it. So I just go with whatever he says because it works.
Hey,
So
that's a great
is the
philosophy.
so it is 11:01, but so I have a ton more questions because this is so much fun. But
Okay,
if you could,
three more questions because I'm having fun too.
okay, great.
Well,
Well,
there it
well,
is. Hey,
Three
there it
more.
is. Let's go.
yeah, okay. So what would be, something that you what's your favorite part about owning the cathedral?
Oh my God, the people, the customers.
Yes.
Hands down, the customers. Seriously, the customers. Well, no, that's a lie because I love my team here and I have so much fun with my staff because they're like my family because we spend so much freaking time together. So
Yeah.
my staff and then the customers because I think it's so cool that people travel to come here and smoke a cigar. And Dominic, he's been with me since day one. He's a retired cop from New Jersey, Union City. And before we opened, he was staining all the wood. And he goes, Boss, I'm not cut out for this shit, staining wood. And now, pretty much every weekend, I'll look at Dom and I'll say, can you believe that there's people in here buying cigars right now? Like, to me, it still blows my mind that on a Friday night, people could go anywhere. But for them to come here and smoke a cigar with us and pay for a cigar and a drink, like they want to come hang out here with us, like that's so satisfying. And I think that is so
Wow.
cool just to meet people from all different walks of life. And I think that's the greatest part about the cigar community is you meet people from everywhere. And it's because of this freaking thing right here, this cigar,
Exactly.
that Melanie's sitting wherever she is, you're sitting wherever you are. Carlito is God knows where in the world right now, you know. And then all the viewers too, we're all sitting here together. It's because of this. So meeting all the people in the cigar community is the most rewarding thing. It truly is. And then
Yeah.
and then
So
and then the thing is you become friends and then you become family with them. Like I don't think there's any other, maybe I'm biased because I love cigars, but I don't think there's any other industry where as a female sitting at a bar or a single man sitting at a bar, you can just pick up and have a conversation with the random person sitting next to you. And then when you travel to their town, you become friends and go hang out. Like if you go to a restaurant and you start talking to the guy next to you and you exchange numbers, like that's kind of weird. But you can do it at a cigar store. And that's
Right,
the
right.
coolest thing about cigars.
The love of
all
the
right.
Seriously.
leaf
So
binds us
Yeah.
all together. The love of
Yeah.
the leaf binds us all together, and it's an amazing
Hmm.
culture that it seems to transcend all biases. The only thing we love and care about in this culture is this,
Yeah.
and
And
I
it's so
think that's what makes it
cool.
special.
So
Yes,
cool.
yeah.
Because
Okay.
there's
So
really,
now,
there's no other industry like that.
right.
all right. So now I have two more questions. All right.
Two
So the
more.
quickest question is they're asking which one of the Casa Cuba that you're smoking right now.
Okay. So Casa Cuba, which a lot of people know, is very dear to my heart. This one is the Casa Cuba Doble Seis. Um, I love the cigar. And if, I don't know, anyone knows me, I always have this cigar because the Casa Cuba is just so special in so many different ways. It's the last cigar that Carlos Sr. made before he passed away. And if you
Wow.
think about it, you have this family that has access to the most amazing tobacco in the world. And, you know, Carlos Sr., he made this cigar when he knew he was sick. And if he has access to the best tobacco in the world and he's going to make a final cigar, he's going to go out with a freaking bang. And it's a damn good cigar. So the construction on the cigar is awesome. And then it's also affordable. Like, you don't have to pull a mortgage on your house to buy a box of these cigars. It's affordable to everybody. Because I mean, like smoking a $50 cigar every day gets expensive. You
Yes,
know,
That's
yes,
true.
it gets
Yeah.
expensive for
yes, it
everybody.
does.
It's pricey, and it's an affordable cigar. And then the last reason I see the Casa Cuba as a gift from the Fuente family to retailers like us because it's one of the two cigars that Fuente makes, right? So they make the Casa Cuba and the Magnum R Senator Masado, and they are brick and mortar protected. So what that means is that it's only available to brick and mortar stores, so you won't
Wow.
find them discounted online. And for brick and mortar retail cigar shops, our biggest competitor is not the cigar shop down the road. It's the
Oh,
I think we just lost your audio.
oh no.
Did we lose her?
Darn it. Oh no. Okay, so
She
um
was making a great point about those cigars being brick and mortar
let's see. Okay,
protected
wait.
too.
Oh,
am I
she's back.
back?
There she
Yes,
is. All
you're
right.
back. You're back. Okay, we got you.
Wait, but my AirPods aren't working. Can I still?
No, we
Yes.
can
No,
hear you.
we can hear you very
Okay, okay,
clearly.
okay,
You're good.
okay.
You're good.
So yeah, the Casa Cuba, it's brick and mortar protected. So what that means, is in a world where so many discount websites are online, that's our big competitor. When people are blowing out cigars online and offering these huge discounts. As a brick and mortar store, it's very hard for us to compete because we don't have those margins. And this cigar is protected and it's not sold online. It can't be discounted. So to me, it's a gift from the Fuente family that says we appreciate you brick and mortar retail stores.
Aw.
And there's a cigar that you guys can
Yes.
sell that you guys can benefit from too. So I love this cigar for so many reasons. I'm sorry, that one question just like took so long.
No, it's
I
okay.
have
It's
rambled.
okay because people
Well,
are
I
now
got
learning about you and learning about your passion and how you came to be, and that's what the show is all about. It's about just open discussion, and so we love it.
And then the
absolutely.
doble seis is a Toro, and I tend to smoke faster. Especially like if I'm talking, I start to puff a little bit more. So for me, the Toro is such a great size because it lasts so long. But my favorite Casa Cuba is the doble dos, which is the Lancero. So that's
Oh
that.
yeah, love Lanceros. All right, so final question.
Mhm.
How amazing is it I mean, you just opened not too long ago, but you have been named the number one lounge or cigar retailer in the world, I believe, right? I mean, this is
So we were nominated for top 5 lounge in Cigar Journal, which is a cigar magazine distributed worldwide, and they have amazing content. And to me, it's so special. Of course, to be nominated is amazing, but to me, it's even more special because I remember in 2019, I was on a trip to Nicaragua to visit the Perdomo factory, and on that trip was Reinhold and two of his colleagues. They were also on that trip, and that's the year that I met Reinhold, and I found out that he started Cigar Journal magazine, and that's kind of when we saw this building. So I showed him a picture and I said, because I told him about Lord Puffer, and then I said, hey, look at this. We found this building in Tampa, and it would be so cool to open a cigar shop here one day. So now, fast forward to 2022, I remember, so clearly telling Reinhold about just the vision of opening this store. And we didn't even have the building yet. And now to be nominated in his magazine is just so special to me. So
Wow.
aw,
yeah, and then to
Wow.
be like,
Congratulations.
Rocky Patel, his Burns Lounge is also in it, and to be
yeah.
a finalist with Rocky Patel and all these other lounges across
It's
the
his
world,
sexy bathrooms,
Yes.
right?
that's so
Yeah.
crazy though. Like that's Rocky Patel, and I'm a
I know.
finalist with Rocky Patel. Like that's pretty freaking cool. So I'm just really humbled that we were even like considered or even thought of. Like that's pretty
Oh my
cool.
gosh, I think you're definitely I don't know what to call it, a destination. It's one of those places that everybody has to be at, has to go to,
Yeah.
has to, it's like one of the places that if you're a cigar smoker, a true cigar smoker, you have to visit this place. And that's what I think it's amazing. I love it. It's
Yeah, no,
great.
we're lucky here. Cigars here. you know, Fuente Cigars here, our love for Fuente Cigars, our love for the Fuente family. I tell our staff, it's not, you know, Carlita says it's not about the cigars, it's about the people. Well, here, Fuente Cigars is a way of life. It's not a
Yeah.
hobby. It's not a pastime. It's not like, you know, something to do. It's a freaking lifestyle. And it's truly a way of life for us. Because here we like live, breathe, like we are Fuente here. And I admire the brand so much. And to this day, I'm so lucky to call Carlito a partner. Like, that's crazy. Carlito Fuente is my
Absolutely.
partner. You know, I just remember seeing his 858s on in a humidor, and now that man is my partner here. Like, it's just so cool, and I'm so humbled because things like this don't happen to people like me. So I'm truly blessed.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, that's an
Well,
amazing story.
we truly appreciate you coming on tonight because I know this was kind of on a whim. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much,
No, this
Angela.
is cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And like I said, it's so cool because last week Carlito was sitting in this chair doing this,
Yeah.
and now I get to do
Right.
that. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you just
Right?
kind of snuck in and stuck your head in and
Well,
waved
I
at
think
us.
that says something about the
Yeah,
brand, and it says something
that's
about you, and
right.
it says a lot about cigars too. It's about being just humble and down to earth, and we all just get to, you know, we get to meet each other, and like you said, it's about the people, and it's amazing how down to earth, but how big, but yet still available and attentive they are to people, and you are to people, and your staff obviously is to people, and it's just
Right.
amazing. So.
And I think it's so cute. So like the girls who work here downstairs at the bar, you know, most of them did not smoke cigars when they first started. And then Rich
Wow.
Polak, who of course works with Carlito and also the Newmans,
Yeah.
I asked him one day, I said, you know, Rich, do you mind doing a cigar lesson, like a cigar class for the girls? And he came in one morning, I think it was like a Monday morning at 8 a.m. And he lives an hour away. And that man showed up to teach our girls about cigars. And now the girls downstairs, they're smoking cigars on their day off. They're taking pictures with Fuente cigars. And I think it's so cool because this community can like truly grow. And the people are just so wonderful. And you meet, you know, people from all walks of life. So I'm blessed. And we're all blessed.
Oh, I love
Yes,
it.
yes.
You're fabulous.
I guess this is the perfect time to say Happy Fuente Friday.
Happy Fuente Friday. Thank y'all.
This is
Richard,
Fuente
little
Friday.
Richard. Richard's here. That's my buddy from
You know,
California.
this has been, you know, you're so right, and thank you for coming on because this has been an amazing show. We don't want to keep your time. We know you have to get back to the
Yeah,
people.
I gotta go back downstairs right now. But thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And thank you for having me on. It was nice. It was fun. The 30 minutes that I said I was gonna do went by so fast.
Yeah,
Well, thank
you did just about a whole hour. You got about 45 minutes in there.
I know, like 30 minutes. 30 minutes was like this. So this was
well,
great. Thank you so much for having me on, and I welcome everyone, you know, who's watching or who's gonna watch or, you know, who comes by this for. I welcome everyone to come here to the cathedral because this is our home. This is our like living room, and I welcome you all to come to our house.
Aw, I love it. Thank you so much. And yeah,
Yes,
we
thank
love you.
you.
There's so many people out there that have given me, you know, because they asked me where, you know, what's the cathedral like? What's, or where's Angela? This and that. And I love it. I think it's so amazing that they just all look up to you and they really love coming to the cathedral. It really is a destination that's their, yeah. So, oh my God. Okay.
But you know
So
what,
thank you.
Mel? That takes us to the final draw then. We might as well
All
do
right.
it while Angela's still here because she's inspired the final draw tonight.
Okay. Go ahead. Go
So
for it.
so the final draw, Angela, is something that we do. It's like an affirmation or a final statement with
Okay.
every show. Of course, I do the thoughts of a classic man every morning on Chevalier Life. But the final draw, is inspired a lot of times. I sit down and I write these, and then at the end of the show, we talk about it at the beginning of the show. And then at the end of the show, it always changes just a little based on the topic with the guests that we have. And so
Okay.
my final draw for tonight on Fuente Friday on the show is kind of inspired by you. And it's a real simple thing. Without struggle, there is no true progress. And you are the living embodiment of that very statement, that final draw tonight. I am so happy to have had a chance to sit down and have a conversation with you. When I come to Tampa, I'll let you know before I'm coming. And I
Please
definitely
do.
hope to get to do it again. We're going to take that picture because I'm a big fan.
I'm gonna take a
And
selfie with you. Can I get a
yo,
selfie with you?
we're gonna take a bunch of selfies, buddy. And I just want to say how much respect I have for you now, and how amazing it is to just hear about your journey. So thank you for coming on the show with us.
Thank
And
you. No,
this has
you know
been the
what? Wait,
final
wait, wait.
draw.
One more thing. One more. Can I say one more thing?
Yes, ma'am.
You're so right about struggle, because everyone needs struggle in life, because struggle makes you appreciate the good times, and it makes you
Exactly.
appreciate the flowers and the roses. If you don't have struggle, you'll never learn to appreciate. And sometimes, we have a difficult customer, and I tell the girls, it's okay. We need difficult customers, because that makes you appreciate all the freaking amazing customers that we have. And struggles in life makes you appreciate the good times that you have with people, family, and friends.
So you inspired another final thought, and I'm gonna throw this one out there real quick before you go. This is one that just popped in my head a second ago. So with a cigar, intense passion, creativity, and desire and dedication, you can be successful and reach all of your goals. That's going to be
Amen.
my next one. That's
Mic
that's
drop.
that's it. That
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 was that
that's
was
you
that was
right
mic
there.
that was mic drop worthy.
That's that. You know what? I'm gonna have to post that. That was you just inspired that one in me. You and Carlito and Melanie too. I'm not gonna do the love fest like we always do, but
No,
those two
please don't.
people
Please
inspire
don't.
the hell out of me. They inspire me, and I always tell them I give up my date nights, so I can be here and have these conversations with you
Yes.
guys.
Bless
Carlito, I
his wife.
appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
you.
so much. God bless. What an incredible show, and so much information for so many people. And as you can see, I'm holding the phone, and I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not you, my brother. You got the arms and everything. I used to, but everything fell all over the place, and everything trying to get back on Wi-Fi. But you know what? God speaks to us in many different ways,
Yes, sir.
and my Wi-Fi came back. I was able to get on a show that just to say Happy Fuente Friday, and how grateful I am to each and every one of you. How much I just want you to feel the love that I have and the appreciation, and and just thank you for all you do and sharing the love with so many people around the world. Everybody's listening, and you know what? Let's just keep doing what we do, man. Spread the love, share the love, and keep smiling. As my good friend Arturo Sanavad always says, smile. And that song, Smile, will be a perfect way to end it, but I don't have it. But anyway,
Yes,
love
you
to all.
do.
Be well. And I can't wait to give each and every one of you a big hug and be back at the cathedral and see everyone. I would love to say the girls, and normally I would say, to all the girls I've
I
loved
loved
Love
before.
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 But,
Thank you for
but, but,
apples
but,
and
but, hey,
Salvador.
before I
Da
get
da
to
da
the
da da
bar,
da.
before I get to the bar area to see all those wonderful young ladies, I give a big hug to everybody who's in the front, man. All the young men and people who are doing so much work, taking.
Did we lose his internet locked up on us again?
I'm
The
like, is that
internet.
me or is that him? That was him. Okay.
Man, whenever he gets ready to make one of those great points, his internet locks up every time. I swear he does it. It happens every week, Angela. It happens
But
every
Oh
we
week.
my
feel it. We
gosh.
feel it from across the screen.
Yeah, yeah, you can
But
feel the love.
yeah, you could. Thank you guys so much. I have to run back downstairs
All
because it's
right.
very loud and I can hear lots of people. And now I'm starting to
Yes,
get anxiety because I got to go check on everybody. But thank you so much for
absolutely.
having me. It was a lot of
Yes.
fun, and I appreciate y'all considering me to be on the show with you guys. So,
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much,
coming.
Angela.
Thank you for
All
coming.
right,
See you
guys.
bye.
soon.
Take care.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
I don't know how to turn this thing off. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll pull you off.
Okay.
Bye, lovely.
Bye, Angela. See you soon.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I got to bring Carlito on, and he just wants to say the last few
Yeah.
words.
Yes.
I,
He's got to get
hey,
that in. We got to get that in, man.
it's a
Oh
good
my
night,
God.
everyone. Sending
Well,
Good
love,
wait.
love,
night.
I
love.
got
Good
to,
night, everyone.
Carlito,
Much love.
Thank
like,
you,
thank
thank you,
you
brother.
so much.
All right
Thank
now.
you so much for bringing us all together, because that's definitely what you've done. And I think that you do this for the whole industry. It's not just this one show, it's for the entire industry. So We appreciate you for being the leader that you are, and just, yeah, the leader that you are. This industry
Th-
wouldn't exist. I don't think it would be the same if it wasn't for you. So,
Thank
Melanie,
you.
thank you so much. You know how much I believe in you, how grateful I am to you, and you picked the best partner. You know, with Yule there, and he's just awesome, and he contributes so many things, and I love to see every day his message of inspiration, and it just brings
Thank
a
you.
smile to my heart every time. So keep doing it. It's a wonderful thing, and you know what? That's what I appreciate the most of you and Melanie, and of course Angela, is that you care about people, and
she's a gem.
you demonstrate it with your actions and every day. You know what? It's just a good feeling, and I think that people with big hearts as yourself attract people who also love people, and I think there's so many of us. I think it's the greatest majority of the entire population of the world. We just have to find a way to enjoy a cigar together. Let's do that big
Absolutely.
one-time mega event and just bring everybody and smoke a cigar and make that
Let's
happen.
do it.
Be
Let's
well.
do
Hey,
it.
you know what?
But
And the best place that you guys can go to is the Grand Cathedral in
That's
Tampa,
right.
Florida.
yeah, but
It
you know
sounds
I
like
what?
we all about to meet up soon.
There's so many, but there's so many of us. They won't even fit in the Grand Cathedral. They won't fit in the state of Florida. I'm talking about the whole entire world. Love you.
Yes.
That's
Bye
true.
bye, guys.
You're exactly
Be
Much
right.
well.
love, brother. All
All right.
right.
Much love
Thank
back. All
you
right.
guys
Take
for
care.
all
All right.
joining
Bye
us
bye now.
tonight. What a beautiful event or show this
You.
was. I can't even, I'm so grateful. So thank you.
And happy Fuente Friday once again, everybody.
Oh,
Yes.
Join us next
yes.
week. What is it? 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be here with another amazing guest. But if we don't, me and Mel will be here to talk chit. That's our thing, chit. We
I
will be here to talk
that
chit to you.
that's I understand that, man. That's good shit, man. Just keep it going.
It's
Love
good
y'all.
chit.
Bye bye now. Take care.
Much love, brother.
Oh,
All right.
Much love. Much
bye,
love. Good
guys.
night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye bye
All right.
now.
Much
Bye
love
bye.
now. All right.
Bye bye.